Hello, welcome to Ruckosaurus Rex, the channel where we review and discuss all things dinosaur and other prehistoric animals. How are you guys doing? I'm doing well. We have an offering from PNSO, and for me anyway, I could be tripping, but it's been a little while since we got anything from PNSO. Just a little while. I guess not that long. We did get that Loki Ceratops, I believe. And that wasn't that long ago. Anyway, that was then, this is now. This is number 88. This is the Stellasaurus. And before you go there, no, it's not named after a lady named Stella. No, the name Stellasaurus means star lizard, and it's basically because of how the frill is shaped, which we'll see once we take a look at of Stella out of packaging. Of course, you know that name's going to stick, and that's the name of the model. Anyway, Stella, the Stellasaurus. It's for that, and it's also to pay homage to what was the song? Star Child, I think it was. It was by David Bowie, and it was I don't think it was Star Child. It was Star something. But anyway, that's where it comes from. Stellasaurus is a Centrocene dinosaur, Ceratopsian. So it's also known to be, or at least suspected to be, like the intermediary between, say, Ionosaurus and Styracosaurus. And I can definitely, just looking at this image, can see some of the Styracosaurus in it. It lived about, I'm assuming 77 to 74 million years ago. The reason I'm saying I'm assuming is because I've looked up trying to see how long ago it lived. I knew it was the late Cretaceous, and I was getting no distinct numbers. But when I got to who it lived with, what creatures, what other species it lived with, that gave me the idea. So, yeah, about 77 to about 74 million years ago in Montana, among other places. And, yeah, it's looking pretty good. We will, of course, as always, when it comes to PNSO, it's a mystery. Will the model, the paint job on the model, actually look at least close to what we get on the packaging? We will see. Anyway, like I said, this is number 88, and we've got, of course, the smaller view up there, and it's going to be the same thing on the other side. We've got some of that artwork on the sides for our Stellasaurus. Time to get it out of packaging, I guess. We have the booklet for our Stellasaurus, and if you noticed from my packaging, this is for me another model that is definitely meant for the Chinese, our Chinese community, because no English. So the same is going to be for our booklet. You get some nice, artwork there, or actual illustrations of the model itself, and then the other, it's got the information. I just can't read it. So if you can, go for it. But it's always nice that these get included with our models. And then, of course, what also gets included are posters, and we've got one for Stellasaurus, and here we go. And this go round, it is an illustration of the model itself. Every once in a while we'll get genuine bona fide artwork, and other times we'll get a poster of the actual model. And this time it was of the model, and yeah, we've got that too. And here's the star of the show herself. We've got Stella, the Stellasaurus. And yeah, I think I can safely say that our paint job on the inside matches the paint job on the outside, meaning the model's paint scheme and the vibrancy of the colors and the accuracy. It it basically is the same as what we saw on the packaging, so I'm happy about that. In fact, I dare say it's a little, just slightly, more vibrant, or maybe that's just my viewfinder telling me that. Anyway, it still looks good. I'm appreciating that. Bringing her close up so we can get some look at that. Let's see here. Come on now, we need... there we go. Stella was trying to be difficult. First, may as well start off with that head, that straight on look. That is very nice, and the colorations are good. We've got the those designs there in the fenestra area, so that's pretty nice. We've got the coloration. We're talking about, I'm seeing obviously some blue-green in there. Speaking of that, the Howlin' Good eyes are being consistent. They're blue with black pupils. We've got like a brick red on the nasal horn, and on the frill spikes, we have 4 frill spikes. Pretty nice. I will say that the spikes and the skull itself, they're symmetrical. They look nice, but it would have been nicer if there was some type of differences in the way they appear. You know what I'm saying? Looking pretty good, though. The skull is sculpted with the mouth open, and trying to get a look in the inside there. You can see the tongue, and PNSO has blessed us with making it look pink and wet in there. So pretty cool. Cheek spikes, horns, whatever you want to call them. They protrude out, and they're basically tipped in the same orange or brick red, whatever you want to try to name that. We have the same thing with the bony stubs going over the brows there. Very nice. And going down the body. Body is basically, the base paint for the body is like this tan color, and we've got the nice browns striping horizontally, as we could see there. They kind of, they play the jagged game, but pretty nice striping. When we look straight up from bird's eye view of the back, and we have this dark brown going on. You could see also, while I've got our model up there, the head is turned very nicely to its right. So pretty decent lively pose, which I'll talk about when I set her back down. The forelimbs, that tan, we've got the nice dried wash over it, and then it goes and becomes a solid kind of brown. The toes are painted, the claws, they painted like a gray color. And then looking at the rear, nice push off on that right rear leg too. You gotta love that. Got more of the same. The stripings goes down to the thigh, and then it stops when we get past the knee. Have some nice wash at that knee though. And same as the forelimb, we go down with that tan color. Nice thick calf right there, and it goes brown, and of course the brownish gray toenails, if you will. And then of course we've got the tail stripe down there. We've got that brownish look again, and then it transitions to the kind of the reddish brown, brick red, whatever, down the tail, and the striping continues down there. Turn to the other side just so we can get a look as it comes back up around. We've got more of the striping. It's looking pretty good. And then once again, the head is turned to that to its right, so that's pretty nice. Set it back some so we can get a full view of our Stellasaurus. And yep, I like the pose. The pose is pretty lively. Her head is tilted up as though she's engaging something. When I look at this pose, she looks like she's in a defensive posture. you know, not ready. She's not ready to charge or anything. It's like she's alerted to something. So that's a pretty nice pose there. Pretty lively. Alert is probably a better description of what I think about this pose. Allow me to get a measurement of Stella. And since she's totally curvatured, her tail is swaying to her left, and of course you already know the head is rolling right. So it looks like we got a measurement of about 6.5 inches. And if you do your calculations, that comes out to representing nearly 19-foot long animal. We don't have any real info on how large Stellasaurus would have been. I'm assuming that because we have very fragmentary fossils of basically the skull, you know what I'm saying? So they try to extrapolate and come up with something like that. So probably close to 19 feet is what this represents. I don't know if that would be you know, inaccurate or not, and I didn't see any information on whether or not it was an adult. I don't know if they were able to tell from the skull material or not, but there you have it. I broke out my Howling Good Styracosaurus because if you recall what I stated earlier about Stellasaurus being like an intermediate species, the link, if you will, between Ionosaurus and Styracosaurus. And like I said, you can really see the Styracosaurian leanings on Stellasaurus on with that frill and those spikes there. So and the wild thing is the intermediary, but the time periods. But then again, we're talking millions and millions and millions of years, so that still makes sense. And here's one of Stella's neighbors coming around to say hi. We've got the Daspletosaurus, and it was because of species like Daspletosaurus, Edmontonia, and Maiasaura. Species like that is where I was able to basically ascertain that Stellasaurus lived about 77 to 74 million years ago. And yep, Daspletosaurus, I tell you, this guy gets around. He was everywhere. He had a very nice menu, you know, of all kind of critters. I already named 2 others besides him during that time frame, and there were a lot more, let me tell you. So my final thoughts for this review on the PNSO number 88 Stellasaurus, Centrocene Ceratopsian, latest offering from PNSO. Very nice model. One thing I will mention again, the paint apps match what we see on the packaging. You have got to love that. That skull is, speaking of paint, very colorful. I'm really liking that. And I had mentioned earlier, and of course I'm sure I corrected myself already. You'll see the correction in by the time you see this. I had mentioned the eyes being a Howling Good thing, and that was ridiculous. I don't know why I had that on the mind. This is a PNSO offering about the blue eyes with the black pupils. But like I said, by the time you guys see this, you'll see the banner underneath correcting myself. It is what it is. I didn't catch that until way later in the review, and I was like, I can't go back and change all of that. When we try to keep it real here on this channel and transparent, we make mistakes. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, this model is pretty nice. I'm going to add it to my shelf that I have earmarked right now, my Detolf shelf. I've got a bunch of Centrosaurine Ceratopsians on that shelf, and I'm going to throw Stella in that mix as well, may as well. I'm trying to, what we need is the other end, the beginning end of that connection between Ionosaurus, Stella, and Styracosaurus. The only Ionosaurus that I have that I can think of right offhand is from beasts of the Mesozoic. That's it. And if I have a model of it, it's escaping me right now. So if I do have it, I apologize for not comparing. But it would have been nice to have the three of them side by side by side. But I don't. And I didn't. So it is what it is. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about Stella. Number 88, the Stellasaurus. Remember, it doesn't stand for, it's not named after a lady. It's named after a star. So, yeah, that is what it is. And but let me know what you think about this down in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. We had a nice boost of subscribers recently. I'd love to keep that going on. So doesn't cost you anything to hit the subscribe button nor the like button. So do me a solid and hit both, and hit that notification bell so that way you can be notified when I upload something else. And I do have something else coming very soon, and I think you guys are going to like it. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Rexaurus Rex, Stellasaurus. We're out. Peace.